Hey everyone, this is my lesson for the guitar parts for the song Deja Vu Affair by Sofi Tukker. And this was a request from Jorge de Mexico. Thank you for that. And if you have any songs that you want me to try and figure out and post a lesson, just put them in the comments and I'll do my best. So the song has three main guitar riffs that she plays throughout the song. And they're all pretty straightforward, nothing too fast or complicated. The second one will require you to have a guitar with a tremolo bridge and a whammy bar or tremolo bar if you want to play the song the way that she plays it on the album. At least as far as I can tell, that's how she plays it on the album. I was using a guitar with a fixed bridge when I first was figuring out the song and came up with a way to play it using an advanced technique to achieve the same sound. I'll go over that and another way that she does it when she plays it live on a fixed bridge guitar. That's much easier. The only other thing is that if you want to play along with the record and get the same sound that she does, you're going to want to use a patch that has a bit of distortion or overdrive and then a lot of reverb. This guitar is just drenched in reverb. So whatever reverb patches you have or effects units that you have, pedals that have reverb, you're going to want to just crank those up as much as possible. Otherwise, as I said, the song is pretty straightforward as far as the guitar parts go, so let's check it out. Okay, so the only thing I didn't mention before is that the song is played in standard tuning, and so you're going to want to make sure that your guitar is in that tuning when you play along with the record. So the first riff starts at the A on the 5th fret of the low E string, goes up to the C at the 8th fret, and you can either stretch and play it with your third finger or less of a stretch, but maybe more difficult, play it with your pinky at the 8th fret. You're going to go up to the D at the 5th fret on the A string, and then back down to the A at the 5th fret on the low E string. So that sounds like this. The next part starts off the same, but adds 2 notes in before the last note. So that'll start off. And then you're going to go up to the E at the 7th fret on the A string, back down to the D at the 5th fret, and then again returning to the A at the 5th fret on the low E string. So the two variations of the first riff are So for the second riff, you're just going to be basically playing 2 notes on the high E string, an F at the 13th fret and an E at the 12th fret. And the way that she does this is with a pull off for the first 2 notes from the 13th to the 12th fret. And then she plays the 13th again. And so that sounds like this. So after she plays that F at the 13th fret for the second time, she uses the tremolo bar to make the note's pitch go down. And the way she does that sounds like this. Now you can listen to the record and see if you agree with me. It doesn't sound to me like she goes all the way back down to the E, but sort of halfway in between the E and the F. So to me, the riff sounds like this. And you want to be careful to make sure that you mute the strings and mute the note before you let the bar go, or you'll hear the note go back up, and you don't hear that on the record. So once again, that would sound like this. Now, the way I initially figured it out was on a guitar without a tremolo bar. So what I actually did was what's called a pre-bend. So I would play the first 3 notes just the same. and then I would bend the high E string up at the 12th fret to the note, to the F at the 13th fret, and then let it go. So that would sound like this. Now, that's a much more advanced technique because you have to be able to bend the string to the correct pitch without hearing it. So it's basically just a matter of practice and muscle memory. So once again, that would go like this. Now, the only other way I saw her play it was a live performance, and she was playing on a fixed bridge guitar, and the way she did it was just to play the E at the 12th fret again, and that would sound like this. Okay, and the third riff, it's going to start off at the D at the 7th fret on the G string, go up to the E at the 5th fret on the B string, back down to the D at the 7th fret on the G string to the 5th fret, and then back up to the 7th fret, and then down to the A at the 7th fret on the D string. So that first part of that riff goes like this. So a little slower. And then it goes back to the D at the 7th fret on the G string, up again to the E at the 5th fret on the B string, back down to the 7th fret on the G string, and then the A at the 7th fret on the D string. So that last part is going to go like this. Although it sounds sometimes on the recorded version like she plays the second to last note twice. It sounds like it's kind of random. Sometimes it sounds like she plays it twice. Sometimes it sounds like she plays it once. You can play along with the record and you can decide how it sounds better to you. But the entire basic third riff goes like this. Or if you want to play the second to last note twice. Now she finishes the song with some variations on this third riff, and those go like this. Starts off the same until you get to the A on the 7th fret of the D string. And then she returns to the C at the 5th fret on the G string, up to the 7th fret with a bend, then to the 5th fret, and then back down to the A at the 7th fret on the D string. So that whole variation sounds like this. And once again, more slowly. The next part of the variation starts on the C at the 5th fret on the G string, goes down to the A at the 7th fret on the D string, back up to the 5th fret on the G string, and then it plays the 7th fret on the G string and up to the E at the 5th fret on the B string, but it plays that very short, very staccato. So that sounds like this. So once again, more slowly. Then the song finishes with a return to the D at the 7th fret on the G string with a very long bend, then down to the 5th fret on the G string, and then finally ends on the A at the 7th fret on the D string. And then it sounds like you can hear her finger slide against the string at the very end. Something like that. I don't know if that's officially part of the song, but... So once more, the third riff and then the variations. And then up to speed. And that's the whole song. Hope that helps you out.